Hey, this is xerosome and welcome back to FTL. Just continuing on with my Stealth Cruiser Type A run here. We've made a very good start to the game. There's not much else we need to do to this ship to actually get it ready for the flagship. We've got the just upgraded to the 3 shields capacity. We don't have the powder on them quite yet, but that will happen pretty soon here. We've got mind control online. We obviously start with a cloak on the ship. We've upgraded the weapons to a halberd beam, a burst laser, and the dual lasers that we started with. So we've got 5 shots in total, plus the halberd beam. We've also got a hull repair drone as well. So we're in pretty good standing here for the flagship fight. The only thing I wouldn't mind doing is probably getting some sort of offensive drone. Maybe a combat drone would be a good idea. Anyway, let's jump on. We've only got one sector to go to next, the Slug Home Nebula. So let's see how we go. You're told the Slug Home world is somewhere in this nebula. I don't think I've ever actually found the Slug Home world. Don't know if it actually exists. Sure, let's explore some of these beacons outside the nebula first. So yeah, we just need to get some scrap together so we can get the shields fully powered here. Heavily damaged Federation ship is hiding in the nebula at this beacon. If we have time to make contact with them, they fade into the nebula. I suppose we've got the long range scans, we might as well use them. And we get a crew member, fantastic. Matt the Mantis, with shield experience, perfect. You can go straight onto shields, my friend. You've fully leveled up on shields as well, so that gives us some nice fast shields on the ship. Another store, probably no point going there, so let's go to this ship encounter instead. Slug ship hails you. We've detected some worrying radiation coming from your medical unit. Perhaps you should take a look. As he signs off, your system shuts off and their crew teleports aboard from a nearby station. They don't look like engineers. Intruders on board. 3 shields, halberd beam, bomb, and a burst too, so pretty decent weapons on their ship. Let's see what we can do. We've got intruders as well. Let's lock down the doors. And we cannot see the inside of our ship, which is kind of annoying. What are they attacking? Mind control. That's vented. They're trying to get to med bay, which we may let them do here in a second. It's probably safer just to let them suffocate though. Let's just let them suffocate. Weapons wise, I think we need to cloak through their burst 3. If we get this 3rd shield online, this would be so much better this fight. Yeah, we'll turn off the auction so that vents relatively quickly. Weapons charging. They're trying to get to sensors as well, that's fine, that'll vent as well. Eventually. Comes their shots, let's cloak through that. We can't use the mind control, let's turn that off. Let's power the engines. Actually, let's power shields fully. And let's see what we can do to their ship. Lasers away. Down to 1 shield, that's all we really need to do. Nice. They've still got their halberd beam online, doesn't matter because we've got the 3 shields. And they're currently attacking what? They're trying to get out of med bay. Are they smart enough to go around the corner? I don't think they are. No, they're not. So this room will vent and they'll break in there and there'll be no oxygen in there. Weapons charging again. Do we want to wait for the halberd beam? Yeah, I think we do. I think they might be dead. Shields down. 2 hull points remain. Next shot will kill them. Shot to an empty room. Sounds like a firebomb. Let's vent that room. Let's leave the oxygen off for now until that fire goes out. I can hear it cooking in the background, and this will finish them off. Pretty easy fight. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 64 scrap. Wow, that's a lot. I'm starting to get into those high scrap amounts now. Back to stations. You go back there. Actually, might help if we actually turn the auction on first. Just stay in here for a second before the auction comes back. Okay, that should be fine. So let's actually spend a little bit of scrap on getting some more reactor power so we can power the engines and the shields at the same time. Probably want to do the same for mind control. We don't have much fuel. Okay, we're good. Again, no point going to the store. Let's just get as many beacons as we can. There is a civilian sector coming up next, although we do need to get fuel. We might have to backtrack here and get some fuel. Question is, can I make it all the way back down to that one, and then up to the exit beacon? I think it's going to be safer if we actually backtrack and go to that store and buy some fuel. It's a little bit of a waste of time. I didn't realise realise how low on fuel I was. Let's have a quick look. I don't think there's anything I can afford with 27 scrap, and I really need to pick up fuel, so let's just buy that. Not a huge amount there either, unfortunately. You're surprised to find a ship without slug markings stranded all the way out here, and you move in to provide assistance. When you see the pirate insignia on the hull, you quickly reconsider. Zoltan shield, 2 shields on top of that, halberd beam. Weapons are okay-ish. We've got 3 shields, so we should be okay. Let's attack. Ooh, the drones make it slightly more complicated, but not too much more complicated. And what we want to do is just start spamming these to get their shields down quickly. Probably cloak through their iron weapon would probably be the best thing to do. Did they just fire their iron weapon? I think they might have. Let's cloak. Yep, they did. The Zoltan shields are down. We can now start doing some damage to them. Can't use the mind control. Let's put that into engines instead. We just have to wait for the halberd beam to charge up here. Okay, halberd beam's almost ready. Let's fire the lasers at their weapons. Shields down, and we'll go shields to weapons is the path we want to go to. Probably drones as well. 3 fuel, 25 scrap. Nope. 3 fuel would be nice, but I want more than 25 scrap. Cloak. One more time. Actually, we don't need to wait for the halberd beam to fire. We can finish them off with what we've got. 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 55 scrap. Better, but no fuel, unfortunately. Suppose we can get this one and go to that store as well. Maybe pick up a little bit more fuel. Since there are no match for the slug's telepathic abilities, a ship you never even saw opens fire from a stern. They've got a pike beam, a large laser charge, and a mini beam. They've got really crap weapons. They've got mind control though, so you know what? So do we. We have to wait for them to decloak, unfortunately, before our weapons will start charging. I don't think the weapons are much of a threat to us, to be honest. If we boost our evasion, I think we might be safe against these guys. Got a sneaking suspicion. They didn't actually time their weapons properly either. Although, if they time their beam shots with their laser shots, they might get through. We have to be a little bit careful here. We can always cloak, I suppose, through their chain laser shot. Actually, what's it called? I think it's called a laser charger, a large laser charger. Oh well, let's see what we can do to them. Shields down, good. Wouldn't mind getting cloaking probably for the first shot. Because we can continually counter their mind control. We'll probably go for mind control for the second shot though. Might as well cloak, doesn't really do much for us. Their cloaking's down so they can't cloak anymore. Yeah, let's go for their mind control for the second shot. Oh my god. What the hell? Thought I destroyed their cloaking system. Got that repaired nice and quickly. Maybe we should just go for maximum damage instead of trying to pick particular systems to go for. Is there a 5-room combo on this ship? Definitely a 4. There's definitely a few 4-room combos. No, let's go for the same combination again. You have bested us. Will you accept what's in our stores in exchange for our lives? No, I will not. I want fuel and scrap, which we don't get. 47 scrap. I suppose that's okay. No fuel though. Definitely going to that store to pick up some more fuel. Just to be safe. Do not want to get stranded at this point. Ooh, tempting. Although we've already got the 4 crew members. What experience do we have here? Piloting experience for the Mantis. 55. How does that compare to our pilot? Because we actually had to replace our pilot not long ago. Actually, Matthew has leveled up really quickly, so I don't know if it's worth getting another crew member here. The only advantage would be for fighting the flagship at the end. There's no other systems I want to get. There's nothing that I want to sell, so I think we'll just carry on. We don't need to get repairs or anything. I could pick up some drone parts. I prefer not to pay for those though. We've got plenty saved up as well. Well, let's jump on. We'll just grab a couple of these fights and then we'll go to the exit beacon, I think. Slugs here use a tactic you'd hope you'd never see. They use a remote hacking satellite to sabotage your oxygen production and then charge fire weapons. You're going to suffocate. Not if we can kill them quickly. And they've got mind control. Wow, these guys are well equipped. Okay, we don't need power for the oxygen. We might as well put them into engines, I suppose. Cloaking wise, I think we'll probably cloak through their iron weapon. I don't think their other weapons are much of a threat. It's our shield anyway, that was pointless. Okay, weapons are ready. Yeah, let's see what we can do. Down to 0 shields, good. Shields to weapons is ideal. Can we get... No, it's not the best layout to get lots of rooms with a shot, is it? We'll have to do that though, to get shields to weapons. That's one disadvantage with slug nebulas, is you get mind control quite a bit. Next shot will kill them. Pretty easy fight, really. I was just about to say, let's put the oxygen back on, but obviously that's not an option. It's cloaks, they can't fire at least. They'll probably get one more mind control in before we finish. Yep. And that'll finish them off, I do believe. Yep. Ship destroyed. 3 fuel finally. 1 drone part and 46 scrap. Oxygen is back on. No systems need repair. All the crew are held up. We've got 148 scrap. I think we might just start saving scrap at this point, because we've got a civilian sector coming up next, so we've got a good chance of finding a store in there. Well, I'm not really sure if there's anything else that I want to buy at this point. A Mantis attack ship here looks to have been hunting slugs on their home turf, a rare test of honour for the mightiest Mantis crews. Weapons up. No mind control at least. They've got a teleporter. Into doors. Clear. Fortunately, we can't see what's going on, so we have to keep an eye on the doors to see which ones are getting broken down. Burst 3, they've got no weapons we need to worry about either. Just the burst 3, which we can cloak through, and takes a long time to charge. So we'll actually get the cloak back between shots from that thing as well. Good. They are in sensors, are they? They're in medbay. Oxygen off. There's actually low oxygen already, so that'll be venting really quickly. I wish I could see how much oxygen was in those rooms. It's so annoying not being able to see the inside of your own ship. Yeah, they're trying to get out. That's fine. Which means we can probably close that. Not that it matters too much. I'll break through to shields, then we'll vent. Let's start venting shields now. Weapons are almost charged. They're through to shields. They'll vent pretty quickly, I think. Yep. This, I think it might only be a single crew member that's teleported aboard there as well. We can't really use the mind control, so let's turn that off, put them to engines temporarily. That's probably already vented, but we want to make sure that guy suffocates, so we'll leave oxygen off for now. Let's fire at their weapon system. They've only got 2 shields as well. Shields down, shields through to weapons with the halberd beam. And their burst 3 is offline. He's broken through to the drone system. He's probably very low on health though, so let's do this. We can't actually send this guy away, can we? Because he'll... actually, we can. We'll send him straight to engines. There's 2 of them. And they've teleported back. Cowards. Oxygen back on. Again, we don't need the mind control. Let's even out the oxygen on board ship. It's actually cloaked for a while. Okay, back to stations. Return to stations? Not want to return to stations? Oh, I must have saved this guy in the wrong room. Okay. Back to shields. Save you in there. Fire at their weapons. Can we finish them off with one shot? If we can get a 4-room combo, I think we can finish them off here. They're going to reach the whole way across. Not quite. Oh, I think it might be close. I'd like to go from engines to O2 if we can. I don't think we can. No, it doesn't quite reach. Okay, that's a 4-room combo. That's good enough. And we get 2 missiles, 1 drone part, 53 scrap. 201, we will save that for the next sector, I think. Pretty good condition here, actually. Hull's good. We've got 4 crew, which is the bare minimum. I'd like to have more crew members to fight the intruders in the flagship fights, but 4 will be enough, I think. Crew heals up. Everyone's on stations. Oxygen's coming back. Our max evasion is kind of low there. Why is that so low? Maybe this guy doesn't have any experience. We could probably upgrade our engines without too many issues. Let's do that. And do we need to grab another reactor power? I don't think we do. No, we're good. Which gives us a maximum of 40, 39% evasion, which is good enough. Let's jump on. This long-range beacon is almost hidden within a nebula. When the FTL driver is charging and jump to the next sector. It's in a nebula, obviously, so we don't have any ships there. Let's go to the next sector. Actually, we'll probably just leave it there for now. We've got an engine-controlled sector coming up, which we'll go through because it's civilian, so it'll give us an option for more stores. And then we'll be on to the last stand. But I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.